Hey, Valentine's Day, huh? Happy Valentine's Day. More or less happy Valentine's Day. This is Valentine's Day 2013, and we're going to start with a little discussion of Valentine's Day itself. It's St. Valentine's Day. It's a Catholic holiday, St. Valentine's Day. I can't imagine that the Catholic Church is at all happy about the way Valentine's Day is going, so they kind of distance themselves from it and make it a second-class holiday. It's not a big holiday like some saints' holidays. It's kind of this sort of, kind of keep it quiet. It's not really our thing anymore type of holiday. Nobody really knows much about Saint Valentine. As a matter of fact, although there's more than a dozen martyrs who were considered to be possible candidates to be the Valentine, nobody's really sure which one of them is the Saint Valentine. There was Valentinus, a Gnostic, who was quite well known and quite popular back in the day, but you can bet that he had nothing at all to do with St. Valentine's Day. St. Valentine's Day was not associated with romance and love and eroticism until around the time of Chaucer. And since then, things have clearly gone in a completely different direction. It's the only Catholic holiday where you go down to Victoria's Secrets, get a bottle of wine, and hope for the best. It's just not like, St. Stephen's Day, St. Ignatius Day, or any of those other holidays. But Valentine's Day is astrologically also kind of a curiosity. It happens when the sun is in the sign of Aquarius, a sort of egalitarian sign, a sign that is really not all that particularly passionate. The only thing is, Valentine's Day happens very close to the Leo full moon. The Leo full moon always happens when the sun is in Aquarius, opposite Leo. And so the nearest full moon to Valentine's Day is pretty much going to be the Leo full moon, and that is a randy, fun, sort of passionate, romantic, it's Leo full moon. So that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Now, Venus, the planet of love and relationship, Venus is going to be in Capricorn, which is, it's not that much fun, romantic. It's sort of a traditional approach to relationship and aesthetics and fun. It could be in Aquarius, as it is this year. Venus is in Aquarius this year, and Venus in Aquarius has a sort of, it's an open, sociable, kind of sometimes maybe a little bit experimental, sort of, it's a kind of, relaxed, easy placement for Venus. It's not particularly passionate, though. Venus could be in Pisces. When Venus is in Pisces, then love is not very erotic at all. It's not eros so much as agape, compassion. So, Venus in Capricorn is kind of, traditional view towards relationship, a little bit form, marriage, serious, maybe some exchange of property type of thing. Or Venus in Aquarius, which is sort of, sociable, open, just like to hang out, I love you, but, there's a lot of other nice people that we could talk to, too. Venus in Pisces is kind of this sort of, open compassion and love for all beings, which is not particularly erotic. Or Venus could be in Aries, and Venus in Aries is the sort of sexy, erotic type of placement for Venus. Venus was in Aries last year, I believe, but Venus is in Aquarius this year. So it's a mellower placement for Venus during Valentine's Day. And we are kind of far from the full moon, so, we're headed more, we're actually closer to the Virgo full moon, which in terms of fun is, it's not the Leo full moon. Now, this particular Valentine's Day, we have some interesting energy, though, because although Venus is not in Aries, the moon is in Aries for most of the day. And the moon in Aries is kind of, it's a little bit of an independent-oriented sign. It's not so much about us and our relationship. It's more about me and the kind of things that I want to do. The moon and the sun are in a nice harmonious relationship with each other today, and that's a good thing. That's kind of this sort of blending of the principles of the solar principle of who I am and the lunar principle of what's going on the inner side, the more feeling-oriented side, and that kind of helps. We're also headed towards a Mars-Pluto sextile tomorrow on the 15th, and Mars-Pluto sextile, Well, that's got potential for passion, but again, it's not really this kind of hot type of thing. It's more kind of potential for getting the energies together and sort of working on a harmonious track. So if we think about what Valentine's Day is likely to be like this year, I'm thinking that cooperation is probable, if not, if it's not impossible at any rate. We can cooperate with others, but we're not really going to compromise. We're not really going to look at the other person and say, "Oh, it's all about you." It's more like, "Yeah, I really like being with you. This is really great. This is fun." But not so much like I'm going to, give up everything in order to have a really wonderful day. Now, Valentine's Day is one of those days when expectations get very high. The holidays are kind of like that, right? We have these images of what they should be like, and it should be wonderful and romantic and all of this. And we often find that experience does not really match up to expectations. And I think that one of the great things about this Valentine's Day is that we're able to let go of those expectations a bit. And, if you happen to be with somebody, you can have a pretty good time and sort of enjoy yourselves as it is. And if you happen to not be with somebody, you can kind of get over that and say, okay, it's all in perspective and it's not the end of the world. And that's really good. We don't have that big, heavy weight of, okay, things are going to have to be a certain way, and if I don't get the box of chocolates, I'm going to be miserable. It's really good to avoid that kind of heavy expectation. We had a Venus-Saturn square on Monday earlier this week, and that was really kind of the test. If you are in a relationship and you got past that square, then it was like pretty good sign for you. The hard part is over, and this may not be the most charged up, passionate Valentine's Day ever, but it'll be okay. On the other hand, if you did happen to have a falling out on Monday or earlier in the week, Sunday or Monday, this could be a time when the energy is sort of allowing you to repair things, if that's what you're inclined to do. If it's not what you're inclined to do, that's absolutely fine too. Really, the real harmonious energy for Venus was last week. It was on the 7th, and so the last Wednesday and Thursday had a little bit easier energy for that kind of passionate, romantic type of thing. And if you missed it, hey, don't worry. Venus is coming into Aries in a little bit, and there's always plenty of great stuff happening, whether or not it's February 14th. So happy Valentine's Day. But, reasonably happy.